Today, I'm going to be teaching us how to create the wirework beading using flat bottom beads that was used in creating this gorgeous outfit. I'll also be sharing the 3D applique design that was used in creating this gorgeous dress made by Vicky James. If you'll be interested, please watch all the way through, subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends. To create the flat bottom wire work, you need your flat bottom beads as well as your copper wire. I'm using this silver copper wire in size 0.50 millimeters. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to measure out the quantity of wire that I need to create what we are going to be using in this particular tutorial. I ended up using a copper wire that was 60 centimeters long. What I'm doing here is I'm just trying to show us how I'm measuring this. Please measure however you like. Just make sure that you get something that is long enough for you. Like I said, I'm working with about 60 centimeters long copper wire. After doing that, I'll go ahead and fold the copper wire that I've cut out into 2 equal pieces, just as I'm doing here, and then I will start to create the wire work. In this wire work, ideally, when you're doing wire work beading, you know that you pass your beads through and all that. Remember, I've done a couple of videos concerning wire work beading, so if you are new here, I'll link some videos on the screen for you. Go check them out just to get like the grand knowledge on how to create wire work beading. But for the sake of today's video, we're not going to be passing beads through. We will just be twisting our wire without any beads, just like I'm illustrating on the screen. Explaining with my words might not necessarily do the job, but please look at the way I'm just folding my wire and twisting. I went ahead to zoom in just so you guys see what I'm doing clearly. After doing all of this, we will now move on to the next stage. Something that I'd like to point out to us is the fact that for the sake of this work, I use my literal, like my regular flat bottom bead, but there's a type of stone that is perfect for this type of work. I am yet to get it. I'm still in the process of trying to source for it. Once I get it, I'll share with us. But this flat bottom bead as well does the job. You guys will see as we go along in today's video. I'm going to keep quiet now, allow you guys watch the way I'm twisting my wire. I tried my best to make this video kind of slow paced just so we understand, because this is my first time of doing something like this on the channel. So please bear with me. For those that feel like, oh, the video is long, Funmibi is talking too much, please, if you don't like the content that I post here, feel free to click out. Like, I've never for one day forced anybody to watch my videos. So if you feel like I'm talking too much or I'm doing too much with the explanation, it just goes to show that my channel is not for you, and you can feel free to unsubscribe and go to another channel where they are talking less and not talking too much. Anyway, for those that don't mind the way I'm explaining, please watch the way I'm going along with this entire process. If you have questions, as usual, I'm always in the comment section reading your comments and answering your questions, but please make sure you watch the video all the way through before you start asking questions, just in case your question has already been answered in the video. If you've not liked this video, please support my channel by hitting the like button, subscribe, and don't hesitate to share this video with your friends if you have people that would like stuff like this. Alright guys, I'm going to keep quiet now, watch the way we are going along, and then I'll come back to talk to us once we get to the next stage in this video. Alright guys, so after creating my wire work, this is the next step. Now I'm just applying hot glue into the center of these holes that I've created from the twisting that I was doing earlier on, and I'm just pasting my flat bottom beads on top of it. Using the type of stone that I would have loved to use for this entire work, the bottom of the stone would have entered into this hole perfectly and it would just sit right. But I don't know, I really don't know where I can source for this stone, and I don't know if some of us on the channel know the kind of stone that I'm talking about. They are like, I really don't know the name for it honestly, but it feels like, when you have your cluster stone. When you remove the cluster stone from the casing, that's literal stone that you have. That's the type of stone that I'm looking for, and I'm yet to find it. But some people will say I should basically just like destroy my cluster stone and remove the stone from inside it. I don't know how that is going to work, but for the sake of this video, I decided to use like my literal flat bottom beads, and they kind of did the job, as you guys can see. So I'm basically just applying glue into the center of the hole, and from the bottom I'm just pasting my flat bottom bead in such a way that the glue that I applied into the center of that wire work will basically help the stone to stick to the wire. I know I'm saying a lot of things, and I hope we all understand what I'm saying, but this is an absolute vibe. It works, and I feel like for the sake of this video, these stones, these flat bottom beads, they are not very sparkly because I like things that shimmer a lot. These stones were not giving me the kind of shimmer that I was looking for, so I really hope I'll be able to get a better type of stone. Anyway, moving on to the next stage. This time I'm going to be showing us how to create those leaf patterns on that dress. So basically the style I'm doing this time is I'll cut out the required quantity of wire that I'll need, and then I'll try and shape the wire into like a leaf pattern. Explaining again might not do it, but please look at the way I'm creating my leaf pattern. After I was done creating the leaf pattern by just folding the wire over and trying to kind of like form a leaf, I went ahead to just twist the stem of my leaf, and this is what we have here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply glue. This is my E7000 glue. My glue is already drying up, so I had to give it like a very hard squeeze to be able to get anything out of it. So I was just here just applying the glue onto the edge of this my folded wire, like the leaf shaped wire, and once that was done, I went ahead to just paste this onto this my reinforced organza fabric. For those that are always like, oh Funbi, what do you mean by reinforced fabric? It's just fabric that has been fused together. So this organza that you're seeing here now is like two fabrics in one. I went ahead to use my hemming gum to just fuse the fabric together. For those that follow my channel, that's why I encourage people to just watch all my content, because there's like a sequence to it. Once I start doing something in one video, I kind of just continue that way. So when trying to create your reinforced fabric, you put hemming gum in between the fabric, wrong sides facing each other, and press it together to give the fabric more body. You know how organza can be. It can be very soft and flimsy, but when you reinforce it by adding hemming gum, it becomes stronger. Anyway, I hope we all saw what I did there. I basically pasted this my wire work on top of the fabric, and then I cut off the excess fabric at the edges, and this is what we have here. I'm just using this my gas lighter to just burn the rough edges of the fabric, and this is what we have here. The next thing I'm going to do is to apply another dollop of E7000 glue along the edge of this my leaf, and then I'll place my cup chain on top of it to create the style that we had at the beginning of the video. That style, that dress made by Vicky James, I'm talking solely about the embellishment done on it. You need to create a lot of these leaves. You need up to, I think, up to 50 self, because what I saw on that video was a lot of leaves. So you create a lot of it, and then basically fuse your organza together, get your wire, your copper wire, and then add your cup chain along the edge of the fabric, and then you now start to place them on your dress. I'm still going to explain towards the end of this video, but this is just me illustrating to us how to create those leaves. I'm going to keep quiet now. I'll let you guys watch what I'm doing, and then we'll continue together. If you're yet to like this video, please hit the like button. I put a lot of energy and talking time for those that don't like me talking, but they still make sure that they're clicking and watch my videos all the time. I talk a lot, so please reward me by hitting the like button, and feel free to use the super thanks button. I hardly ever talk about it. Please feel free, if you are feeling led to give me something, please buy me a recharge card, buy anything, just give super thanks, and I'll be really grateful. Hi friends, I hope we've all been following and enjoying the voiceover. So we are done with this particular style of embellishments, I would say, because this is a combination of 3D applique as well as some wire work kind of artistry. A couple of videos ago, I asked us if you would like me to share how you can also create embellishments, wire work embellishments, using flat bottom beads, just in case you have loads of them at home and you're wondering how you can put them to good use. This is a vibe. However, if it's possible to get the type of flat bottom bead that has kind of like a pointy bottom, you know that this one that I use, let me show us an example now. This particular one I used in this video has like a flat bottom, but there are some that have like a pointy bottom. If you can get that from your sewing accessories shop, that would be fantastic, because that will help this bottom look a lot better. You guys see how the underneath looks just flat, and you can see the glue just all over it. This works, but I feel like those pointy types of flat bottom beads would do better. I don't know if they also call those ones rhinestones, I'm not quite sure, but those ones will be perfect for this particular type of wire work, artistry or beading. Anyway, I hope we all enjoyed. Like I mentioned during the course of this video, this 3D applique is perfect for making that type of embellishment that was done on the dress made by Vicky James that I put at the intro and on the thumbnail of this particular video. You see how you can bend this thanks to the copper wire inside it. You can bend it into any shape and kind of just give it like a different vibe. So don't be afraid. Feel free to just bend this and kind of give it a shape that you want. You can make it straight or bent. Anyway, I hope we all got the gist. When it comes to attaching it to your outfits, because I know someone will say, oh, Funmi, how do I attach this to an outfit? I'm going to just explain to us. I do not recommend gluing. So what you can do is either you twist. So thanks to this our wire here, you can twist these two together so they become one. So when it comes to attaching this to a dress, you can twist them together like this and then simply tack them onto your dress carefully. With tacking, you can use a regular polyester thread or a fishing line or something, but feel free to decide whether you want to tack it. I don't recommend gluing this onto fabric. I know some people say, can't I just glue it? But ultimately, like I always say, I'm not the one that will tell you what to do with your business, but I feel like something like that dress that Vicky James made now, I'm pretty sure she didn't glue it onto the dress. It must have been hand sewn onto the dress. So twist them together like this. Twist your embellishments together like this and tack them to the outfit you want to make or whatever it is. I'm going to bring a breast cup, a sample breast cup, just to show us what I'm talking about so it makes more sense to us. Alright guys, so I know I've shared a tutorial on how I beaded this breast cup. This breast cup is still alive and kicking, so just to give us like an illustration of what I'm talking about. So if for example you have like up to 20 or 30 of these 3D appliques that we've created here, you can just place them carefully on whatever portion of your outfit you want to place them on, and then grab your needle and thread and tack them on and place them on each other as aesthetically pleasingly as possible. Okay, place them in the most aesthetically pleasing way. Even if it's a headpiece, you have a headpiece, just find a way to place it. Look at this 3D applique that I made for us the other day. Imagine if I just tack this somewhere here, it gives it a different vibe. It looks absolutely stunning. So with these 3D appliques, there are so many different ways in which you can incorporate them into your styles. Even look at the dress made by Vicky James that I showed us at the beginning of this video. You see how they made a lot of these. I'm sure they made about 30 or even more than that of these 3D kind of applique using, and I think that fabric there as well is organza. And just in case I didn't mention, this fabric is reinforced organza. I've shared a tutorial on how to reinforce your organza to give it more body. I'll try my best to link that video on the screen for us. So I hope we all understood the gist of this video. I tried my best to explain as much as possible, and I hope you guys also understand. If you thoroughly enjoyed today's video, please comment grace. Okay, the grace of God will continue to push us to create more beautiful stuff for our businesses and for ourselves. So please comment grace down in the comment section so I know you made it up to the end of this video and you thoroughly enjoyed watching. Also remember to like this video. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Like, I find myself these days just crying happy tears with what God is doing on this channel. I'm so grateful and so thankful, and so I don't know, I'm short of words, but thank you guys so much. Please, let's continue with the love. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Feel free to share with your friends and family. And yeah guys, I can't wait to see you all in another video very soon. Bye bye.